Here are the top fantasy football risers and fallers heading into week 3. Starting out with the risers, Quinshon Judkins, Cleveland Browns. We thought he would get a minor workload in his first game action backup work. Nope. 10 carries against the Ravens, 61 yards, 6.1 yards per carry. Not a big math guy there. That was an easy one. 3 catches, 10 yards, involved both ways. To see 13 touchdowns at this point of his young career, this lets us know Judkins is going to be a big factor in the Cleveland backfield. Cleveland has a bit of a passing game. They're not going to have to be one-dimensional. I think they'll be able to throw to Judkins. Judkins looks like he's going to be a PPR top 24 running back going forward. This is really exciting to see the young man come out the gate playing so very well. Next, Odunze, Chicago Bears, goes off against the Lions, 7 for $128 and 2 touchdowns, 11 targets. That's coming off of a 9-target game against Minnesota where he only had 37 yards, but he scored a touchdown as well. But it's very clear the Bears don't have a sustaining rushing attack. Odunze and to a degree DJ Moore are going to be the two guys that are going to do a lot of the heavy lifting in the receiving game. But Odunze is looking like that first round pick of 2024 that the Bears were very excited to take. Next, we have Tucker Kraft of the Green Bay Packers. Week 1, he only had 4 targets, 18 yards, a touchdown, and that was the problem last year, minimal targets. Well, last week, much better. 7 targets, goes off against the Commanders, 124 yards and a touchdown. As we've seen in Kraft's young career, A, he's a very good player, but B, he plays for head coach Matt LaFleur, who is just dynamic at scheming players open, and Kraft is often wide open with plenty of room to run. Jaden Reed, the wide receiver, is now out till November with a shoulder injury. Kraft could see closer to that 7 targets than the 4, and that would make the difference with why Kraft could be your top 4 or 5 tight end. Next, we have Deebo Samuel of the Washington Commanders. Samuel, 7 catches for 77 yards on 10 targets to go with a 19 rushing yard touchdown in week 1. In week 2, what does he do? The yardage wasn't quite the same, 44, but 7 more catches and another touchdown. So right now, Deebo Samuel, 7 catches a game. We know the basic blueprint on how teams want to play Washington. They want to play the shell back. They want to give them underneath and let them catch and run, but not, have big play after big play to Terry McLaurin. Well, this is going to work really well for Deebo Samuel, and Samuel looks very good right now. Doesn't look maybe like that 1,700-yard Deebo Samuel, but he certainly looks like a player that's better than he did the last few years. Next, Rhamondre Stevenson of the New England Patriots dominates the backfield touches in week 2 against the Dolphins after playing plenty more snaps than rookie Travion Henderson in week 1. Stevenson goes 11 carries for 54 yards against the pillow-soft Miami defense, but he also caught 5 passes for 88 yards, 142 scrimmage yards. Travion Henderson actually was splitting backup work with Antonio Gibson, so it looks right now like Rhamondre Stevenson is the player to be rostering in the New England backfield. Hey, if you're enjoying this breakdown, take a second, hit like and subscribe. It helps us keep the fantasy advice coming your way. If you want even more of RotoWire's tools, rankings, and insights, we got a 15% discount just for our YouTube viewers. You go to rotowire.com, you choose that subscription, and you use the code YouTube15 at checkout. All right, we got the followers. One of my favorite players in the NFL is on the list. That's A.J. Brown. Got 8 targets against the Chiefs. That was nice. 5 catches, 27 yards. That's following up a 1 catch for 8 yards in the season opener. Right now, Jalen Hurts takes a couple deep shots here and there. One of them was Devontae Smith. The first week was Jahan Dotson. Brown's getting a lot of slants and in-breakers, but really it's a lot of short passes. Defenses are going to begin to see that's kind of the blueprint for this offense. They'll take their chances with Hurts winning deep on occasion. But A.J. Brown right now might find himself in a very limited passing attack unless Coach Kevin Patullo, the offensive coordinator, is able to figure some things out. And right now, I'm a little bit nervous that may not happen. Next, R.J. Harvey, Denver Broncos. We loved the week 1 50-yard run. It was great. But even in that game, he had 6 carries and 1 target. It wasn't much work. Well, in week 2, he didn't have the 50-yard run. 5 rushes, 8 yards, 1 catch, 16 yards. And here's the other problem. J.K. Dobbins is the clear number 1, but Harvey's not even the slam dunk number 2. Tyler Bidet is consistently involved on passing downs when the team's in hurry up. It is really problematic that RJ Harvey is in a timeshare with the backup, not with Dobbins. So this is problematic. Again, Isiah Pacheco, he's another player that is a faller. Week 1, 5 carries for 25 yards. Okay, we could live with that. The carries were terrible. We wanted more, but it's 5 yards a carry. We were a little bit excited. Well, he doubled the carries against Philly. 10 carries, 22 yards. 1 catch for 7 yards. Week 1, he had 2 catches for 3 yards. Right now, it's tough to know this for sure, but he does not look like the pre-injury form of Isiah Pacheco that we knew and loved before 2024. Right now, very nervous because Kareem Hunt is a serious part of that backfield as well. Matthew Golden is a faller. Look, it was a bad week, too. 2 targets, no catches. He did rush twice for 15 yards. Week 1, 2 targets, caught 2 for 16 yards. Now, Jaden Reed's out, so maybe Golden gets a little more run. But I always thought that, Jordan Love throws deep a lot, but he misses deep a lot. And that's kind of Golden's calling card is speed. And that's kind of where Jordan Love is at his worst. Now, he'll connect on some occasionally, and that's fine. But this is going to be a problem to have sustained production from Matthew Golden. Finally, Justin Fields, New York Jets. I was singing his praises in week 1. 32 fantasy points, ripped up the Steelers. Well, after seeing the Steelers play 2 games, I think the Steelers defense is a little bit of a problem this year because Justin Fields went into Buffalo, and it was the worst version of Justin Fields you could have imagined. 3 of 11 passing, 27 yards. He fumbled the ball twice, losing 1. Now, he did have a 26-yard run, I believe, to get him 49 rushing yards, but still, it was as bad. And then the poor man suffers a concussion. Don't know if he'll miss time with that. But right now, Justin Fields in week 1 looked like he was circle of trust. Now he really needs to get healthy and have 2 straight good games before we can consider trusting him in fantasy football lineups.